Man, my heart is literally aching for my best friend. I hate what she's having to go through right now. I can't stand what they're putting her through. I just wish, literally right now, I wish in the snap of my finger I can make everything okay. We're going through a very tough battle, and this shit is like some movie shit. Something I've never could imagine people have the heart, or people can just hurt other people like that. Like, we do some sad and fucked up things, and we all make mistakes. We can learn from our mistakes. We can grow. But right now, the situation that we're in, I'm going to try to break it down and be brief and be quick. My best friend hasn't seen her daughter since 2012. My best friend had her daughter when she was 20 years old. She was born in Okinawa, Japan, my best friend Tina. And she came to the United States after her father got out of service. She was actually traveling back and forth from the United States to Okinawa, back and forth at a very young age. And just a brief on her childhood. Growing up, she went through a lot of pain, a lot of struggle, hardship, neglect, abuse, loneliness, and it was rough for her growing up. And as life progressed on for her, she went through different trials and tribulations, as we all have. Went through trials and tribulations. We've made mistakes. We've made dumb decisions, and all we can do is live and grow. All we can do is continue to learn day by day as each day passes, as we're given the opportunity from God to live another day. So we just have to, we aim to do right, be a great person, have great character. So let me keep going before I get off track. She went back and forth from the U.S. to Okinawa, Japan. At a young age, at 20 years old, she got pregnant, and her oldest daughter was born, because she has two daughters. And at that time, she never really had support from the beginning. And, she was alone. And, in this world, trying to survive, trying to provide for herself, trying to work, trying to be a mother, a new mother, a young mother at that. And unfortunately, on the other ends of the table, you have, I don't even know how to explain it, people that don't like her or holding this grudge. And long story short, her daughter is not in her life, not out of something that she wanted. And I feel at the time it wasn't something that she could control, because she did what all she knew to do. She was young and didn't know how to go to the court to let them know what she was going through, letting her know that the other side was withholding her and not allowing her to see her daughter. She didn't know what steps to take to let the court know, before the court was like literally controlling what was going to happen and how things were going to go as far as her being able to see her daughter. So her daughter is on the other side of the family, and they don't allow her to see her daughter. I don't know, it's a grudge. I don't know. They just feel she doesn't deserve or should see her daughter. So like I said, she hasn't seen her daughter since 2012. In 2014, between 2012 and 2014, she was in different shelters around Northern Virginia. In 2000, prior in 2012 to 2014, she has her youngest daughter, Aaliyah. She has her oldest daughter, which she doesn't have custody of, which is with the other side of the family. She's trying to keep a roof over her head. She's working 16-hour shifts, working as much as she can, still trying to be a single mother, no support from family, no support from any angle, just literally herself trying to, take care of herself. She had several people, come across in her life that helped her and was there, helped her provide a roof over her head. But what she was going through, it. And so she was moving from shelter for shelter. 2014, she was in an abusive relationship. She was isolated from completely everyone and held like a prisoner. She couldn't talk to anyone. She couldn't have friends. She didn't have a cell phone. She was being mistreated, abused, emotionally abused, attacked, manipulated, threatened. Man, I could go on with all the stuff that she dealt with. I actually didn't talk to her for that whole entire year. Didn't know what happened, where she went. It was just like we lost contact, and I couldn't figure out how to get in touch with her. Her number, nothing was working. So it was a rough time for me, even being on the other end, because I didn't know what was going on. So she's going through this, and now I know the story because she was able to tell me. She's being neglected, mistreated. At the time, her daughter's with her, her youngest daughter. And unfortunately, her youngest daughter had to witness it, but her youngest daughter, they got out of it, jumping to the end of the story real quick. But she was being abused, so she couldn't talk to anyone. So you see, 2012, last time she saw her daughter, 2012 to 2014, moving from shelter to shelter. 2013 to 2014. 2014, the relationship that she was in was getting so bad to the point where she had to escape. She had to go. She couldn't take it anymore. Like, she literally couldn't take it no more. She told me, she told God, show me, like, you will give me that sign if I need to leave. Make it so bad so I have no choice but to leave. And let me tell you, did he just do that? It got so bad to where she had to leave. After her leaving, it was crazy. This is when I come back into the picture. One day, October 2014, I'm on Facebook. And I look and I see her online. And I'm like, oh my God, that's Tina. Like, she's online. So I got excited. At the time, I was going through a lot of stuff personally myself. And the day I messaged her, it was like the best day, the perfect day, and the right day for me to message her. And God sent me there for a reason. And I messaged her, and she told me what she was going through. She told me that her nose was broken and she had to escape. And she escaped. And she was on a hotel computer. And I saw her online, and I wrote her. And ever since I wrote her, that's 2014, it's 2018, I've never left her side, and I've been there for her. And that day I talked to her, and I just told her, I'm going to be here for you. I got you. So long story short, that's that. So in that time she was isolated from anyone. She didn't speak to the other side. She hasn't seen her daughter, hadn't talked to anyone. At the same time, to me, I feel like it was a blessing because, that means she wasn't, her oldest daughter didn't have to go through that. Yeah, so like I said, through that time, she wasn't able to talk to anyone, so she was completely isolated and held like a prisoner. So after that, me and her get in contact, and I get in touch with her. And after I found out what she was going through, I just told her that I was going to be there. If anything, whatever I could do, I would be there for her. And still to this day, I am. And I'm glad that I am, actually. So soon as she got out of that situation, she didn't feel comfortable, or actually she even didn't have any way to really contact the other side to let them know what was going on. So it's not that it was something she couldn't control that would happen. So then after that, she ends up going to a, domestic violence abuse shelter, and they helped her. And they put a roof over her head, her and her daughter's head. And I remember always driving and going there any chance I get to help and just do whatever I can. So whatever, she's back on her feet. She's out of that situation. So she's just trying to get her life back together after all that she just had went through. I mean, she was isolated and held and couldn't do anything. So, she started reaching out to the other side, expressing like, hello, like, I'm trying to see my daughter, so on. She would just reach out to them and, express that she wanted to see her, and she would write her letters and send things to her. And, it became where they just weren't responding. There's no response at all, no response. We keep on sending stuff. She keeps on writing letters, no response, no response. Then we get hit with June 2016, we get hit with papers trying to do an adoption. And we were in actually Okinawa, Japan at the time, visiting her mother. And we get these papers and we see what's going on. She's been consistently for over a year writing and no response. And after that consistency and that effort, she was served with those papers. So that's when the lawyer fees started coming in. That's when going above and beyond, doing anything and everything we can, getting prepared for this case, paying for a lawyer, like it all was adding up. And I work 2 jobs, she works 2 jobs, goes to school, and we're doing all we can, to work so we can be able to pay a lawyer to protect her from losing rights for her daughter that she wants to be a part of her life. And, Tina's a good, beautiful, selfless, passionate, caring person. And man, she has just such a good heart. And like, to see her hurt and in pain, not being able to see her daughter, I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine that feeling that your heart can literally feel. I know it aches, and I hate that she is aching and in pain like this. But it's what's going on. So, we go through court, we get a lawyer. It's very expensive. We're paying, doing all we can. We go to court. The adoption didn't go through. It was denied. So, that's that. And so, what we're thinking the next step is, okay, we're going to begin ways, and I'm going to really get to see my daughter. I'm really going to get to see her. We're just getting even closer for her dream to come back true, to be in her daughter's life, just like she always wanted, just from the day that she birthed her into this world. She loves her daughter so much, and I know it, I see it, I feel it, I just know 100%. And to see her hurt, it hurts me. And right now we're in a situation where they just keep finding ways to take her back to court and get her in this deep hole. A lawyer is $400 an hour for these type of cases, and imagine how long we're in trial. Paid over $15,000 for the lawyer, and it's not even over and not even done paying off. And I just truly am, honestly, I've never done nothing like this in my life, but I truly I'm asking for any help, any donations to just help me protect her, to help me get her closer to see her daughter, to help me heal her heart so she can be a part of her daughter's life. And these lawyer fees, and they keep finding ways, and now they want to appeal it after it got denied, and they're appealing it. So now we have to go back to court again. Now they're, it's just paper after paper, and it's just, I'm one person, and I'm trying to do everything I can to help her. Excuse me. I'm working as much as I can. I work overnight. I work full time. I'm doing everything I can to do my part to help her. But I truly, and I'm asking, I really need you all's help too. Any donation, $1. I mean, any amount, I would be so appreciative with. The appreciation, I could just shed a tear right now already feeling, and I would be so appreciative and grateful for anything that you all are willing to give. But I'm truly in a bind, and I need help to help me protect this mother, to help me protect this hardworking, selfless, beautiful mother who just wants to be in a part of her daughter's life. Time goes by, okay, it's been this many years and you haven't talked to her, not out of control or wanting. It's mistakes and things happen, but I know there's a beautiful word called forgiveness, and I feel that she should be forgiven and she should be allowed to see her daughter. It's no side little stories that I'm leaving out or not telling the whole story of what it is. This is truly fact of everything that I'm saying, and we're still sending letters, still doing what we can, and still no push or no willingness to let her speak, talk, write a letter, or do anything to see her daughter. And now we're just getting served with more papers and more notices to go to court. And right now, because our lawyer actually got sick, we don't even have a lawyer, and that's something that we need to attain. But in order to get counsel, you have to do a consultation, which costs us $300. You have to do so many things just to get your foot in the door to be able to know if you have somebody to represent you. And unfortunately, our great counsel who we had, due to emergency surgeries, he can no longer represent her. So I'm asking, and I would appreciate everyone's help, or anyone who can or is willing to help us pay for a lawyer, to help us pay back court fees, to help this mother just protect her and not losing her daughter, and just getting closer to see her daughter, and just letting her sister be able to see her older sister. I mean, I've watched it. I've been a part of it. We celebrate her birthday like she's here. Like, just, oh my goodness, just please just help me make this come true, and just help me be able to help her more. And financially, we truly need help, and I need you all's help. And again, I would appreciate anything and everything. And I want to say thank you for taking the time to let me vent and let me spread this word and share this message. I appreciate every one of y'all. We all are beautiful. We all are loving. We all can be anything that we want to be. Anything and everything is possible. And what you have a vision for, you will get. And we do have a vision that everything will be okay. And I know it will be. And you all's help or anything would be greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. This is Latoya Mack. I'm gone.